where he insulted Asa. So like
Yes, yes.
yeah,
Whatever. It was just insecure.
All, all our hate is ultimately justified because of that one moment. It's true. He was mean to Asa. It's over.
Okay, you cannot be mean to us. So
yeah. That's like
Illegal.
you.
no bullies. No bullies.
It's over for you if you say like a single bad thing about Asa.
That's right. And by
Yeah.
extension, Yoru. All your haters will fall. Yoru will win.
It's true.
We're just waiting
Yoru
on.
was hilarious this chapter, to be honest. She was
Um,
just telling everyone, do what I say or die.
Yeah, Yoru was great this chapter. I really enjoy her character. I haven't really appreciated her enough. I've got to properly appreciate Yoru.
We didn't have her enough to
Yeah,
appreciate her. I really like her interactions for the first chapters. It's like she lies a lot, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
When you look back at it, she lies a lot.
yeah. Yoru is well, of course she's a devil, so she's gonna do like evil stuff.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Like,
Evil.
she has a
Evil
strategy
you want.
for it, so you gotta stick
yeah,
to the plan to win.
I mean,
she's
okay.
got some. Yeah, she's got like a good idea. She's very silly and like mischievous too, but she's obviously like she's the war devil, so she's gonna have like good like war strategies and such.
She's got good
Yeah, yeah.
combat strategies, tactics. I don't know if her what operational planning is. She just kind of runs in very, very warrior. I'm just I'm
Yeah,
gonna find my enemy. I'm just gonna fight them.
yeah. Her plan's kind of like battle charge, go.
Okay, but she doesn't just run into fights, right? She knows the like strengths, like
Yes.
the one time falling devil, right? She
Mm-hmm.
knows if she can't win, she has to run.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
she came up with the original "Leave It All to Asa" plan, which is very smart. It's proven to
Yeah,
be
like
proven.
especially with Yuko,
Yes.
it's something really personal. So living it to us, so it just makes sense.
yeah. I think what Yoru is like, she probably thinks like better like in the moment. Like when she starts the fight, that's when her like proper like she starts thinking properly.
I,
Hmm.
he's this guy. He fucking knows exactly what he's doing, because that's the fucking reason we didn't see any Asa and Yoru shit. Because he was like, I know that's what you want to see. I know that's
He's
what she
so
wants.
annoying.
But I don't give a fuck. You know. I know, and that's why when it happens later, it'll be hype as fuck, and
I
you
really
won't give
can't
a
stand
shit
it.
about the art quality. You'll be like, I'm pogging. Yeah, it'll be fucking sick as hell.
We can't
Do
do.
it
We can't
already.
even get like maybe an omake of a fight. Like what is
Well, okay.
this?
Maybe he'll do an omake of a fight after the volume comes out.
Maybe.
You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, that'd be cool.
He like
Yeah.
does the Yoru fight finally, and you're like, oh, let's fucking go. And then
About
uh,
that, we might have a Euro fight next chapter.
I
Since
know
like
it can already happen.
I'm
And
so ready for the Evil Dead reference. I'm so ready.
I feel like the blood drop thing might have been a little bit of a prequel to Yor versus Quanxi. You know what I mean? The Quanxi getting
Maybe.
shot into the
Maybe.
Yoru, uh, power up moment into Yoru power scaling Quanxi because she blitzes Yoshida. That's what I'm saying. So about to
Yeah,
see.
Maybe.
You're
I'm
about to
really looking
see.
forward to like Yoru finally getting to fight because we haven't really had many fights in part two yet. So like finally
It's
having a good fight would
true.
be pretty cool.
Yeah. Compared to
Like
part one, like there's okay, maybe compared to part 1, we have from like 50 chapters, right? Or so.
Yeah.
There's been like maybe 2, 3 fights in part 2, and like maybe no. To be honest, there's quite little bit of fights. It's just prolonged fights in part 1, right?
Yeah, this is a character narrative part of the story. Some of the fans are getting filtered out. Actions, action.
I'm glad,
It
to be
really
honest.
does.
This is what we need.
I'm loving it. He's doing sick shit again. He's back in fire punch
Sick and
mode.
twisted.
Yeah, the people were like, "Oh my god, they just chopped up into pieces." I'm like, "Well, that's happened before," but also like, yeah,
Yeah, she did.
yeah,
We're doing this fire punch mentality.
yep, yep.
This is what we needed. Yes.
Yeah.
I think
Even with like the like less important, such as Haruka, less important characters such as Haruka, like they already have like some good development. You can like infer a lot about their
Yes.
character and such.
yeah.
Like,
There's been a lot of characterizations for side characters the last chapters, and I'm so glad there is. It really reminds me of the Assassin's arc again,
Dude,
and
every
all
time.
of the things we've seen.
Yes, it is.
yeah,
Yeah, it does kind of have the. I was saying it has the Machina vibe, but it's getting that International Assassins vibe, where it's just like a bunch of people keep showing up. I mean, Quanxi showed up again, so
Yeah.
all back in that regard. And
We need another movie callback fight. Another callback
yes,
movie fight.
yeah,
I don't have enough all boy reference in this manga. Not enough.
not enough cinema references yet.
we need more.
Man, speaking of side
Yes.
characters, Fami was just absolutely. I, every time she's on the fucking page, it's just
Fami is
I like how Fami just helps this chapter. She doesn't. She just goes for it.
there's a little bit.
she's like
There's something
screaming.
about that. There's a little bit of something to talk about on that. Let me see. How much longer is?
Wait, we didn't do the introductions.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for Crash to come in, but
Oh right.
he'll show up. We'll have him do it when he shows up. We'll just keep going here. We're almost 10 minutes in. That's right. We are back here with the Public Safety Special Broadcast. That's what you've been listening to this whole time. Broadcasting to you from the Public Safety Media Bunker. I am Public Safety Media Division 18 Vice Captain Secret Doves, age 33, and my contract is with, of course, the War Devil. I would like my guests here to give their name, age, and the devil contract before we get back into the discussion.
All right. I'm Zuzu. I'm 17, and my devil contract is with the Tomato Devil. I kind of work now as a devil hunter, so it's nice to see other people here.
Yeah.
Yeah, my name is Felix, or you may want to know me as the number one Haruka Isayumi fan. My age is 16, and I have a contract with the school council president devil, which cost me basically all of my grades. So
Wow.
So worth it.
that's all I've got now.
That's a costly contract.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully.
Pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, very strong.
Doesn't cause you too many problems. Well, thank you both my guests for coming on. I am excited to discuss this chapter. We are talking about chapter 161, Chainsaw Man Puzzle. It was very funny pre-chapter discussion that I slept through. I woke up to when people were like, "What's the title gonna mean?" And everyone was like, "There's no way it's actually Denji. They're not just gonna be putting Denji together."
No, it's literally just that.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Man.
the
I
chapter
like how
names are very
Fujimoto
literal.
just uses the expectations of unexpected to do something expected. It's just so fitting.
Kind of, yeah. I see that. I do sometimes wonder how much that is him being like him doing misdirection and how much it is just people getting sort of caught in flights of fancy. You know what I mean? Just like, oh yeah, something crazy is gonna happen. You know what I mean? And it's just sort of like it usually proceeds pretty straightforward. Although I did not expect this to come this quickly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like people can get a bit like carried away with like the theorizing and stuff and like guessing just from titling it.
Yeah,
But like
yeah,
when I saw the chapter, I mean I pretty much thought like, oh, Chainsaw Man puzzle, they're gonna put Denji back together. But like some of the other ideas that people had were like very plausible and like could be like more make more sense than just like literal Chainsaw Man puzzle.
I really haven't read Chainsaw Man or did a reread of Chainsaw Man in a while, so I was thinking this was gonna go for a little longer, like more detective work or something, but this
One or
just
two chapters, yeah.
happened.
Nope. Straight into it. Chainsaw Man pacing is absolutely back on the menu.
Yep.
We're
Yeah.
in the part one go 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 mode. You know, the part two belabored character part is done. We are done with Asa. We're done with Denji. We are going. You know,
We got Haruka now.
you got it.
We're
We
going
got
at light
everybody.
speed.
We probably have
We don't,
everyone
we
in
don't
the
just have
room.
Haruka, we have a lot of other characters like Katana Man and Nail and the whole Devil Hunter Club. A
Yeah.
lot of characters. A lot of characters.
Very probably we have the entire like the church hybrids as well, the weapons, right? They're
Yeah.
probably
I'm sure they'll pop up at some
Wondering if
point.
we're gonna see them soon. Like, I don't think, like, maybe. Who knows? This Chainsaw Man pacing doesn't
yeah,
works in mysterious ways.
that's
So
what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm
I
not sure. Sorry, go on.
oh go ahead, go on, please.
Okay. I'm not sure if like the church hybrids are captured because of course Baron was still like somewhat like moving around and stuff. Like he had a bunch of bullets in his body, but he could move. I don't know
Yeah,
if he would like take the chance to like rescue the others and like give them blood, or if he would just like save himself and leave the rest to die. Like because of course he's still very in love with Makima, so
yeah. I
would he
mean,
care about the people who have helped him? Or have they helped him? Like. I wish they would show up again so we'd know.
I don't think he regards them as particularly useful. He's mostly used them as like distractions a couple times at this point. But you know, we still have yet to see Brem transform into a hybrid, so he will return. Absolutely,
Yeah,
100%.
I'm really looking forward to it because his powers are one of the most interesting ones. He can cause so much damage, but he doesn't use it.
yeah. And what I'm wondering if Fujimoto is going to change his design because he made some changes to like Miri's design. Like he got rid of the little I think it's like a I'm not sure what the proper word for it is. Like the hand guard, the bit on the end of a sword
Yes,
to stop your
yeah,
hand from like touching the blade. He got rid of that on Miri's arms. I don't know if he's gonna give Baron a mouth. I'm gonna be honest. I like the Baron design where he doesn't have a mouth, but he can still like talk. Because like back
mm,
in the arc, they were like introduced like all the way back in part one. He was the only one who was actually talking out of all of them, which is ironic because he was the only one who didn't have a mouth. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
that is
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
his design looks like a
Maybe
butt, so I hope they keep that
I was
aspect.
thinking if when they transform, like their head is kept like under a shield of some sorts of the transformation, or is it just replaced with a new head?
Yeah,
Maybe people speculate about that and Denji too.
Yeah,
Like he's
mm,
tracking.
it would be
But
very
I don't think so. It's
it would
just
be
very devilish, so
it would be
it can
very
be anything.
Fujimoto like combat thing for people to like you know blow their head up as a shield or something like that. Like they just keep like taking their face off and putting it back on as defense. That would be very
I
fire
think that's a
punch.
thing Reze could definitely do. Like, just like take off the front of her bomb face and just like chuck it at people. Like how she
Yes.
used her decapitated head as a bomb. Like she could. I don't think we've seen like the full extent of her like knowledge of her powers and stuff.
Oh
And
yeah, for sure.
yeah, and like I don't know
We've
if she's
seen
like
very
coming
little.
back, but like it would, if she does come back, it would be cool to see what more she can do.
I I really think she will be back just because it's such a like. Well, I brought all six back except for one, and you're like, dude, sure, whatever. But yeah, let's get back onto this chapter. First thing I want to talk about in chapter 161, Chainsaw Man Puzzle, besides, you know, the title, is this fucking surgeon guy. Oh my god.
He
This
just doesn't give a shit. He just maybe okay. He does care about the order of the things, but they don't pay him enough to care about what's happening.
He doesn't actually care about the fact that like they're like harboring Chainsaw Man. He doesn't want his hard work to go to waste.
That's right. No loyalty. We're seeing that a lot with public safety. This guy does not care about the mission or whatever, you know. He's
Yeah.
just there. The guards gave up immediately too. Like they were very mercenary, you know. It was like they lost their clothes and they were all just like, it's over.
Like that's like I mean, if that's your job, I mean, yes, there's all the cameras, of course, in there, but I doubt they're gonna like release to anyone. And this is important. Like, you've got like two really strong devils breaking into a place with even more really strong devils, and where they're holding Chainsaw Man and also the leaders of the Chainsaw Man Church. Like,
Right.
just like use one hand to pick up your gun. Like, I don't know much about guns, but like, come on, just like use one hand to pick up your gun, the other to cover your crotch or whatever, and then just shoot.
I mean, you can also just fight for your life because you don't want to die. But I mean, yeah, their public safety does not have very many loyal workers at this point. Everyone seems to be very much on the payroll, and they don't give a shit.
Yeah, but can you blame them? Public safety is very corrupt nowadays.
apparently. Oh, man, I love this fucking guy. I love this stretch has been so funny, which has been very much a breath of fresh air since the Denji arc was not very funny at all.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It's completely like thrown off.
yeah,
Completely
complete total
180.
switch.
Mm-hmm. It's been kind of nice. It's always very interesting to see people's opinion shift. You know, it's like it's because we've been going through so many different like types of story. You know what I mean? In part two, it's like you can see groups of people be like, "Oh, this section of the story sucks. I hate this," and then it switches up, and they're like, "No, this is fucking Chainsaw Man," you know. But it's like this rotating groups of people.
Yeah, like I saw like a lot of people saying like, "Oh, we're sick of Denji. Like, come on, give us some other characters." I, namely, was sort of one of them. Even though I really loved Denji, I mean, he was my favorite character before I got like obsessed with Haruka. But like, but like now everyone's sort of like really feeling bad for him and like worrying about him, and it's like, oh, like let's see Denji again. Come on, give us Denji, even though everyone was complaining about him
Well,
being there the whole time.
yeah, it's very reactionary, but I think it just makes sense for people
Yeah,
who read weekly and don't really just look at it as a whole.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just sort of like
I don't think it's
your vibe.
like Just let people worry. It's fine.
It's true.
Somehow we will still like get to the point where everyone agrees that yeah, this was good. This was very like obviously Fujimoto wants us to worry, wants us to see other characters set up expectations, so
Yeah.
it only makes sense.
Yes. So the gang, this wild crew. What the hell? What a random collection of characters we got here.
It's such a crazy little bunch. Like I don't know. I spent ages like waiting for Haruka to come back, and I did not expect him. I mean, I sort of expected it because of that one line in the chapter before, but I wasn't expecting it to be Seigi and Nobana as well. Like Seigi coming back too. That was crazy to me because he was in like what 6 chapters beforehand, and he hasn't
Yeah.
appeared in over a year. So like, I mean, to be honest, here a bit vulnerable, but like when they came back, I literally like I was in tears because it was that shocking to me.
Yeah, Seigi's an interesting one, you know. Much space.
I missed the group a lot. I think there was some missed potential with like Asa could befriend them, but it's a story about loneliness and people being lonely, so
Yeah.
whatever.
Not the friendship was part one, you know. We had friends in part one. We don't have that.
Fujimoto's designing Seigi as Agni is really infuriating, kind of. I do love it a lot, but it's just not doing anything with him, so it
Yeah.
feels kind of like
Yeah,
waste.
Seigi is like very underutilized. Like I don't know if he's
Oh,
like characterizing him to be shy or like Shonen Jump has been like, no, you can't use this character a lot because he's like too much of a reference to
Maybe.
your own manga.
I don't
So
think
it's like,
that's.
yeah.
I don't think
Mhm.
they can use any design. To be honest, you can see like any other manga or anime, and they just
oh yeah, true.
reuse it sometimes.
Oh
Don't
yeah, and there's Nayuta, so
don't
Mm-hmm.
don't count Seigi out yet. All right, Crash.
Hey, hello.
Hello.
whoa.
Is Crash.
Yeah.
Let's go. Crash.
Hello.
Go ahead and give your name, age, and devil contract.
Oh, we're recording. I'm very sorry. Yeah, so my name is Crash. I'm 30, and I am the late devil. I've contracted the late devil because I'm very late.
Once again.
I know it's all good, brother. We were just
Yeah.
discussing this the crew, the motley crew that goes into
Seigi and Nobana and Haruka.
gets in here to put together the Denji puzzle. Yeah, more funny doctor stuff, and you know they decide to put them back together. Man, the Fabby with the elbow, dude, took me out.
The jokes are pretty funny too. This chapter.
All jokes.
Everyone's
Man.
just all around the place, like especially Katana Man.
Yes.
First, don't forget, I spared your lives.
Man.
Oh yeah, Katana Man's been funny like these recent chapters. He's been more. He's always been sort of comedic, but he's like more so comedic.
I think he lost his cool in a way. Like maybe from the early Chainsaw Man chapters, he was more serious about this. Now he's just driving mad. Really
Yeah,
mad.
I mean,
Like this.
they like destroyed his balls. So you know, I think that probably sent him over.
That ruins a person's life. Yeah.
That'll do, yeah. You know what I mean? That's pretty fucking bad. So he's
Oh
definitely
well,
not like that. Oh
but he
well,
deserved it. So
That's
yeah,
true.
he really does. You know, fuck this guy. He's still a dumbass too.
yeah, he said, "Can't you take a joke? You must have no game. You
Yeah.
could just put the Riz on there, and it would be the same."
I'm kind of curious about what was the original there from the game translation.
I know this is Motenai, which is actually like more misogynistic thing to say.
Oh damn.
Damn, well, I was right.
Yeah.
He really
Oh,
is
so that's why people were saying he's like a misogynist as well as homophobic
Yeah.
too.
I mean, it's
Wow.
not only that. It's just misogynistic because it's like acting. Well, how would I say this? You know,
Yeah, he called
Yeah.
us, Chainsaw Man's woman. He's very
that's like number one
yeah.
flag.
dismissive of Asa, even though she could roll him easily. She could pack him the fuck up in no
Yep.
time right now. A fucking dumbass, but who cares about this guy? Fuck this guy. Okay, I have to talk about this as the Yoru Hive leader on this broadcast.
Come on.
Yoru changed. This is a different thing. Yoru says, "I want Chainsaw Man in perfect condition when I fight him," which is not what she was trying to do before. She was like,
Yeah.
It's very different
Yeah.
than what it was before.
Mhm.
She could just take advantage and just kill him, but that won't make her happy. She knows that.
I know.
She wants to see him lose, so by her own hands, right?
Yeah, and she's her ideology about this has changed a little bit. I think the implication is that she's been influenced by Asa's emotions. You know what I mean?
I know what you're saying. Just
Yeah.
saying.
They're slowly
Yes.
becoming one.
Warsaw is
Yeah,
real right now. It is happening. All hands on deck right now. Warsaw is absolutely real. She says it herself in
Even
the
more
next
so
page.
with what we're seeing this chapter, the big
Yeah.
reveal.
Mm-hmm.
This is just I'm
Even though she still wants to,
sharing brain cells with Fujimoto right now.
even though she wants to kill Chainsaw Man, now she sort of cares about him. She wants him to be in his full strength.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think it's
Yeah.
also I think it's also like with the like power up from the war as well. She wants to have like a proper battle too, as
Yes.
well as like
Yeah.
Asa influencing her. She wants to have like a proper battle with Chainsaw Man, and like of course Denji can't do that. He's all like chopped up. So
Yeah.
Yes.
And she needs to fight like the understanding with Asa that she needs to fight Black Chainsaw, like full power Pochita Chainsaw,
yeah,
and destroy Pochita to save Denji from being Chainsaw Man. We'll get into that.
I don't know how that works though. I don't think.
I was gonna say they could piece him back together without Denji's heart. Would that work?
I don't
knows?
think so.
I mean, who knows? It's Chainsaw Man, right?
Yeah.
Who fucking knows? Literally, he can do anything. There's no rules to this.
I don't think that's what will happen. I'm just saying that maybe that could kind of work. I don't know. Chainsaw Man's like power system is always a bit confusing when you think too much about it.
oh yeah,
Theory, if Pochita was eliminated, Denji would go back to normal. That might mean he dies, but still.
Yeah.
yeah, because like a lot of people have been pointing out like even if he does get like a human heart back, he had his mom's heart condition.
Right.
So-
Okay, but what if he gets a different heart? Since this is a hospital, he can get a different heart. But the thing is, they have to stitch him up. But like that will take a while, and there's no
Yeah.
guarantee. It's like his day is bread. His bread. Okay, it's dead, so it wouldn't make sense. But Chainsaw doesn't make sense, so
Yeah.
we just gotta see where it goes.
We don't need to get too logical with this. Some shit will go down. You know what I mean? And then we get to, man, this is what I really did not expect to happen this quickly. Many people were blindsided by this.
By the review,
It's over.
I was expecting this. I was expecting this.
It kind of
I
makes
knew-
sense, right? Because they
It does
wouldn't
make
meet.
sense, obviously. Fujimoto takes inspiration from Korean films, right? So
Yeah.
it only makes sense that he takes the most, like, a plot point that's supposed to be at the end to the middle or beginning.
Yeah.
So,
Like they
Yeah.
couldn't fight. I mean, I guess they could in some ways, but it'd be kind of hard for them to find Chainsaw Man at this point without he in his Chainsaw Man form without being Denji, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I didn't thought about it, but it makes sense that it happened at this point.
Yeah.
And I'd rather
I
have
was
it
kind of
happen in the middle
debating.
because now it's going to be fun because now they have to fight Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
They don't, but they want to fight Chainsaw Man, but it's also Denji, which was what it was happening. But now they know. Now it's fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think
Happening.
it'd be a lot more interesting to see them fight together too.
Yes.
That's probably gonna be at some point. Probably. I'm holding out hope for Yoru to change her mind. I'm holding out the hope.
I think so. I think that'll happen.
I was really debating between
Oh.
this chapter having a plot twist and just not showing us Denji and showing us Chainsaw Man instead. But I'm glad it didn't happen. We just got this.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's
I think
straight.
also, a funny thing is like we get this big reveal, like the final, like the one that's it's been anticipated for ages, like us finding out Denji is Chainsaw Man, and like Haruka is there. He's the one like most drawn into the page. Haruka is right there, and I think that like alludes a lot to his character as well. And I'm like getting into tangent zone at the moment, so like,
Okay, go
but
for
like
it.
Yeah, go on.
yeah, so like
What's the deal with
with
Haruka?
Haruka, I've sort of like I think he's gonna be like a what's the correct word? Like a stepping stool for Denji. Like of course he's like Chainsaw Man's #1 fan. So what was I gonna say? I need to find my like words. I've been like thinking about this for like since the chapter came out now.
Well,
If we
okay.
like look at the chapter, we see that like Haruka, he's the second person to see Denji's heart. Like Nobana is the first one who sees it, and Nobana is the first one who sees his head. Way back in the aquarium arc, he says he was the runner-up in the Chainsaw Man Crystal contest. He wasn't the winner. We don't know who the winner was. It was probably Denji or something, but he was only the runner-up. He was second, and like now he's having his like whole identity stripped from him. Like I made a post the other day, and it got like a lot of attention, and it was Haruka when he first appeared and his most recent appearance, and it was like nobody recognized Haruka. And so I went back and checked, and like they haven't said his name yet at all. They haven't stated that he's Haruka. They haven't said his name. They've said Seigi's name and Nobana's name. They've said Ikoku, Higashiyama, and like, but they haven't said Nobana's name. Haruka's name. They haven't referred to him as Isayumi. They haven't referred to him as like president or anything. They
Since
haven't
the
referred to
first
him anything
time.
other than like human or loser or whatever. Like he's just being like completely stripped of his identity, just like Denji is. And like they parallel each other a lot. Like Denji had Makima ruin his whole life. Haruka had Fami ruin his whole life and like ruin his family. His like
That's pretty
made him
interesting,
like
yeah.
a villain in the eyes of everyone. Like literally the entire population of Japan, if not the world. So like I think that's very interesting because like Haruka's being villainized a lot now in the eyes of everyone, and he's like being stripped of his true identity. And like even at the start when Haruka's first introduced, he's introduced as like a fake Chainsaw Man. He's introduced with a lie. He's not introduced as Haruka. He's introduced as like
It's true.
this Chainsaw Man fraud. I hate using that word about Haruka, but
I feel
want a
like
better word.
Miri could be a parallel to Haruka, or Haruka to Miri.
Yeah.
They're
Like
looking
what
for-
Miri couldn't be, Haruka is.
That's very true.
It's just so funny how Miri tried to be like act like he knows him way better than anyone else. I feel like Haruka does try that, but
They did. Okay.
it seeing someone in a very heroic light. It sees in him someone aspirational,
Miri
right?
was introduced as looking like a mix between Haruka and Denji.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like made as a point that specifically he looks like a mix of the two of them. And I think that's like really interesting as well. Because like Miri wants to help Denji and like help Chainsaw Man. And Haruka does too. And he's sort of doing it in the right way. but in a very dangerous environment, which could lead to his death. And he doesn't have the immortality that Miri has. And like Miri's doing it in a very dangerous way, and he'll be fine because like he can regenerate whenever he wants, so long as he's got blood and like people that are there to regenerate him. But like Haruka doesn't have that. He's risking his whole life for Chainsaw Man, and like it was stated that like it was said that like that guy was with the eye patch. He was literally going to kill him. Haruka didn't register that at all. He was more worried about the fact that they were going to fight Chainsaw Man, and like he was like more panicked about that, about the fact that they were going to fight Chainsaw Man. His whole identity is dedicated to Chainsaw Man. He doesn't feel like Haruka anymore. Nobody recognized him. Like literally, people like in the comments of the post I made were like, "Oh, I didn't know that was Haruka. I didn't even recognize him. I thought that was Miri." Or like I got quote tweets saying like, "Oh, I didn't know that was Haruka." It was like so many people. Like I swear it was more than nobody
It's kind of
recognized.
weird. I mean, some people just don't read or reread
Yeah,
or
it
think
was like,
about side characters a lot. So
To be fair, I took like a couple. The first time I read that chapter where they appeared, I didn't register who they were until like a bit later.
It's been a long time.
yeah, and like
Yeah, like,
I'll admit, like when I was first reading, I think it was 158, which is where they come back. Like there's this bit where Haruka snaps at Fami, and I thought that was Nobana at first, because with his hair down, he looks very different. Like I mistook him for someone else as well. So like Haruka's having everything he is stripped away from him. His headband is what makes Haruka Haruka, and like he's got that taken away from him. And it's like sort of like a signal.
Every-
at least Seigi got to keep his eye patch.
Yeah, like
Everyone
Nobana's lost his
nothing.
hair clips too.
Every male character in part 2 is like medium length black hair. You know what I mean? That's all we got this time.
Yeah.
They all got the neck length black
At this
hair.
point, all of them are losers.
Yeah. Well, it's a
Yeah.
100% loser cast at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what
one
Chainsaw Man is at the end. Story about
Oh, I
losers.
want to mention. Yeah.
That was it. It's a story about losers. Yep.
Oh yeah. It is. I mean, it's a story about normal people or like people who work for the. Like if a normal story would be about heroes or like it's like typical shonen, something like maybe the chosen one. This story isn't about it at all.
Yeah, I think I said it once. If Chainsaw Man was a normal story, Denji would not be the main character. It would be like the mid boss, like some fight before they get to
probably.
Makima.
Yeah.
That's how I feel like it is.
He would betray Aki, and then Aki, the actual protagonist, would have to turn on him.
Yeah.
Denji would be like that guy who's the villain at
revenge
first, and then they lose against the hero, and then they
And
change.
he's like Makima's dog, you know? He's like that guy, that side villain. He knows
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, if it were from Aki's perspective, this would be oh my god, this would be such. I think this would be a good manga, but it would be so tragic. I
And
don't
a lot
know.
shorter.
Yeah.
I think we'd have people calling it an industry plant, like like they did with Kagurabachi. Like we got people calling Chainsaw Man an industry plant just because it's like very standard with if Aki were the protagonist.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
The
Yeah.
edgy guy getting vengeance. Wait, is actually Kagurabachi. Anyway.
The concept of industry plant on Shonen Jump especially is kind of like weird to me. Every single mangaka in Jump has worked with Jump before because they generally pick like assistants of the mangaka.
Yeah.
Nobody calls
Yeah.
it on an industry plant. But that's just a side note.
Also, like, if you're in Jump, you're already industry planted. You know what I mean? That's all industry plants. You've been
I
planted
feel bad
in
for
Jump.
them.
That's where the plants go.
Croatia is not the place.
Yeah.
So many people have good stories, but like the industry standards are kind of
It's not good. It's really, really.
yeah.
One thing I want to mention about Haruka before we move on. Everyone was like, yo, why is he talking about Denji's Asa's boyfriend? Okay, I know you didn't forget Haruka, Ethereum fan. But I apparently everybody forgot that Haruka is the only third party besides Nayuta, who's MIA, that knew about Asa and Denji's dating.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
See,
didn't know?
I've seen like everyone talking. No. I knew, but like I'm surprised at the fact that people forgot about that. Like
I
I've
know.
had people like
That's
talking
weird.
about
I
it
thought
for like
people knew
ages. They've been
too.
anticipating this moment for
I
like
know.
ever. They've been like, I can't wait until Haruka comes back so he can like tell them about the date. It's like one of the things that take me off the most because like there's so much more to Haruka's character that people don't see, and they're just like, oh,
Yeah.
Haruka's gonna tell them about the date. It's all I ever see. So I'm really surprised that you're seeing people having not realized that Haruka knew.
It's probably because you're kind of in a bubble with people who care about side characters, and most
Yeah.
people don't.
Well, yeah, I
Yeah.
suppose.
It's kind of bad. I think they should care more. It's because
Yeah,
it's really interesting to include like when you were first reading that chapter when it came out, you were kind of confused. Why is Haruka here?
Yeah.
What is he
What's he
doing here?
doing? Now we know.
Now we
Uh,
know.
this is all, he was here to be like, wait a minute, you know this guy.
Oh right, not just that. If I remember correctly, in the 14th volume, chapter of the Aquarian Spear, right? He
Mhm.
also noticed
Yeah,
what's with Asa, her
yeah.
power, and so on.
He's not
I
alone
don't.
in
We
yeah,
that
still didn't
anymore.
get an answer to that,
But
right?
yeah. We
well,
haven't got that yet. There's a lot of questions with Haruka that are like left unanswered, and like I hope, at least I don't think Fujimoto's like killing him off soon. I hope he's not like written out soon, so we can have those questions answered. Because
I hope
Fujimoto's
so.
left like
I
a lot
hope
of
so that he
so
stays.
open questions, and I just like I'm generally just biased because I love
Yeah,
Haruka, of course.
obviously. That's fine.
speaking of Haruka getting written out of the story, Quanxi's back.
It's
Again.
just making me like,
About that, yeah.
Yeah, about
Yeah, she
that.
got
About
killed.
him living. Quanxi's here. She's
Will
got.
she really kill them? Will she really attack? I kind of doubt it because
Yeah.
she saved Denji's ass. So
Yes.
She
not out
might
of an
like
order, right?
attack them in a way where she won't kill them, but like
I hope
pushes
so.
them away. I don't know because
Or she might
she
cut
has
off
this
a
job there. I don't think she wants to risk her job there.
yeah.
She might
But
just.
also, like, Quanxi was an assassin. She, like, did not care about killing Denji in the first place. But,
No.
like,
Yeah.
I wonder what her motivation is now. Because, like, originally, it was
Yeah,
to
we
get
still
her,
didn't get
like,
it.
originally it was her girlfriends to get, like, human rights and stuff and, like, education. But, like, now, what's her motivation? Is it just to keep her job? To, like,
Maybe she was dragged into this pack. That's what
yeah.
I'm thinking.
Maybe. Uh, potentially
Wasn't she
she's
on the run?
she's trying to get the fiends back. So
Maybe.
for the other two that we know, Katana and Nail, they weren't under duress. They were not being forced into it. There were offers on the table. So, Katana wanted public safety help, rebuilding his Yakuza gang. And Nail Fiend wanted like permission to go run a store. So maybe the fiends aren't as gone as we had thought, but now their their lives hang in the balance for Quanxi. She's got to do what she's got to do.
Yeah, or maybe it's something like really like sick and twisted, and like they've got the fiend's corpses, and they're like she's just like doing her job so she can give them a proper burial or a send off or something. Like they're dead,
Maybe.
but they're like withholding their corpses just to like like use her as a weapon, which would be like
Maybe.
really depressing.
Maybe.
But possible in Chainsaw Man.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
I really like this page with Katana and Nail talking to Yoru about love. It's
Oh
kind
yeah.
of funny. It really preludes to previous relationships she has.
Well, yes, this is
maybe with Pochta, maybe.
yeah. Warsaw is real. We got to reiterate it one last time. Warsaw is real.
But you get a lot of influence from Masa, talking like she knows it all. It's really funny.
They're
First, she says,
merging.
"So this is what love is like," and like immediately tries to kill Denji.
Yeah, she knows what she's got. You know, she knows what she got to do. If she's got a problem, just kill it. You know, no, you don't need to
Just kill it.
just kill it.
Yeah, that is the your mindset.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, speaking of killing, so you guys think Quanxi's not gonna do it? It's not happening.
I think she's attacking. I think she. I don't. I think she's gonna try to kill them, but I think she will attack them somehow. Like not. Like attacking them in a way where maybe she can like capture them and then throw them away or help them later. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like
correct.
I think she might like like Katana Man will like lunge at her first or something and she'll like fight back.
Probably.
Of course he'll get his
Yeah.
ass wiped. But like is that the right term? I don't know. But like
He's gonna get clapped.
like
As a
Yeah.
shonen, like Chainsaw Man is a shonen with a lot of shonen ad fans. They put Quanxi there and said attack. They will want to see Quanxi fight next chapter. The editors will probably say like, now you have to do it.
I
If
don't
they
think
made Luffy fight Zoro in One Piece, they will make Fujimoto make
Okay.
fight like
I don't. I think
Asa
Fujimoto
versus.
If this
No,
has to be a
it's-
fight, it's probably gonna be a fight with Yoru. I think that's what it's gonna.
That would be fun, I guess. Quanxi versus Yoru.
Yes. I
yeah.
think we're gonna see Katana. Well, I think what you set it up. Katana Man's gonna run in because he's a dumbass, and then Quanchi's gonna start fighting,
Yeah.
and Yoru's gonna
Yeah.
jump in, and we're gonna see Yoru winning, and it's gonna be very sad for like the Quanchi fans. But I don't think Quanchi will die to Yoru.
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah, no.
She'll just be like, I'm done. Although, I don't know. God damn, dude. This fucking manga basically lose my mind. Because, if they really do have Quanchi's, like, some serious leverage hanging over Quanchi's head, she would just fucking do it, right? Like, she doesn't give a shit.
I find it interesting that the eye patch guy, all he does is order around.
Yeah.
Instead, he can kill. So what's this?
He's a cool guy. I definitely hope he has a cool devil contract. I want to see him bust out some sweet devil. We were talking
Yeah,
about
before he dies.
there haven't been many fights, and that's true. And maybe we'll actually get like real deal fight, the first one, maybe of the whole manga, because like all the fights have just been complete stomps. I guess the falling fight, it was a kind of
Short.
fight, but it was
Very
more
short.
like an action sequence, right? It had like a couple
Yeah.
fights in there, but
Oh right, that reminds me of the first action something scene. No, it's probably the second with the Yuko, right? When Denji tries to reveal his Chainsaw Man, and Yoru is about to launch an attack, but she thinks he is run away, so she just screams, "Come back here!"
yeah.
It's a very funny scene.
All right.
I want to see it paralleled with this chapter.
Oh, okay.
Kind of.
Okay. I definitely want to see some more action, but I want to see more devils. Part 1 had so many devils. Part 2, we have not had that many,
Yeah.
Like,
It's a very school oriented.
school life, yeah. Everybody's running around in
Yeah.
school uniforms.
Fujimoto is back to his one-shot habits.
School. Except for how much time have we spent in school in part 2, like actually where the characters are in
Not a lot.
Panels.
I think we had like
They are not taking their exams. Absolutely failing all of their tests.
That's kind of what I'm sad. I wanted to have a little bit more actual, like, see Denji taking a class and like trying to learn and do his homework. I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
Man, you know how
Kind
that's
of bad. We just got to a point of no return, so we don't
Yeah.
ever get actually. Maybe in, like Omake, we see bits of the school
Hey,
life, especially the recent ones,
that is
Yeah.
not
which are
how the omakase
which
have been
caused
going
quite a
lately, baby.
stir.
That is not how the omakase have been going lately, you know?
Oh my god, the
God
way it's
damn.
degrading Denji, I'm gonna kill Fujimoto. I'm gonna say this in every single podcast I am in. One day I'm gonna track him down. That's it.
It's yeah, it's been the omakase have not been on that level.
I mean, come on, the guy has more to work than the Yomak is.
No, he's absolutely just fucking shit. The omakase, they're so fucking. I've enjoyed all of them actually. They're the Denji in
I don't think
school.
I've actually even gotten back to read the Yomakes of like
It
even
is?
part one, because I have the volumes. They're somewhere. I don't know where they're. But I don't think I've actually like read the Yomakes of any volume other than like the first two.
They're good.
Yeah, and there's also
I don't
like
think
other-
there are though. It's just the two
Um,
of them at the start.
no, there's some. I think there's one in volume 7, I think. And I
Oh,
think there might be
I
one in
have
volume
volume
8.
7 here. Hold on. I'm gonna
There's
look.
the
I've got
very
my collection up on my shelf, but it's
Oh
got
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. There
stuff on
is
top of
one,
it.
but it's a little longer than a regular Omika.
the
Yeah,
infamous Quanxi and Kishibe Omake as well, somewhere in there.
yeah, and then there's also the power one where she has like a little like a
There's also a Himeno
Yeah.
Aki one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's quite a
Volume
few.
5.
Tail.
And then there's also some extra ones I saw that like aren't included.
Maybe
In
post production.
yeah, like I
There's
saw a
that.
Kobeni one where another one of Kobeni's sisters is shown.
Yes.
Right. I don't know in
Sisters,
which one it
dude.
was it.
Kobeni, come save your brother. Okay, so Omaki's are all great. I enjoyed all of them, even though the part 2 ones
Yeah,
are really
me too.
fucking ridiculous. The next chapter, what are you all thinking? What do you think happens next chapter overall? Is it just a pure fight scene? Will Denji get put back together? What is Fami gonna reveal her final plan? Is Haruka gonna dive in front of a bullet for Denji or something? Like, what's going on here?
Maybe that's a very
I hope
realistic.
not.
I'm gonna have a complete mental breakdown right now. Like, what the fuck is going on?
I think
What are we doing here?
he will. I think he's gonna start like I don't think he's gonna like accept Denji as like Chainsaw Man. Is as much as I would want them to be friends. I don't think it's happening because like it seems like he doesn't really like Denji. I mean, of course, we don't know much about their interactions and stuff.
Yeah,
but like the
he
first
does
time
look
he talked to Denji, he was like, "Oh, what a dirty mouth," and like he was like quite rude about it. So like I think he's just gonna be like breaking down in the corner. I had like this little like thought the other day that I posted about as well. Like, of course, Haruka is like a super fan and he knows quite a lot about Chainsaw Man. So,
But not
like,
Denji.
yeah, none about
He
Denji.
does
So
not.
like, I thought, what if like Haruka had been like theorizing that Yoshida is Chainsaw Man because Yoshida's always like there when Chainsaw Man's there. So he's like, oh, I know, like Yoshida's Chainsaw Man. So he's like really disappointed to find out he was wrong the whole time. I don't know.
That would
what
be a
the
pretty
typical limit
funny
is.
Omake if we ever get
Yeah.
that one.
But like I think Haruka's just gonna be like I don't think he's gonna be of any use, or he'll like just like flip out next chapter, you know, like either try to defend Denji or just like start like breaking down in a corner about like how like terrifying the
Maybe.
situation is.
I kind of want to not this chapter like afterwards, just see him like follow Denji everywhere, like a little slave or something. Like,
Jesus.
Just Denji.
Just
I
like
can picture that.
Yeah, kind of like Beam.
Yeah.
Beam, yes, Return of Beam.
Just questioning all
yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, died in 2020. Welcome back, Beam. You know, here you are. Hopefully, we get something sweet next chapter. It is coming soon. It has been 7 in a row, which is only the second time that has happened in the series thus far.
Wow.
Yeah, we're getting into it now. It's
Yeah.
getting really heated.
He's been working
And he's
on
getting more assistants now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully. One
Is
of
he?
his assistants
Yeah.
just started a new serialization, so they're probably
Oh,
like
yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that.
around trying to prepare for them to leave.
Which series is?
New one. Lin announced that it is not out in any English.
It's
on
okay.
Jump Plus though. Yes, brand new series, Mr. Manga
Gotcha.
YouTuber by a former Fujimoto assistant. The fuck on that script right now, dude. You need me to translate anything? I'll help you out.
Every Fujimoto assistant got like something crazy going on with their manga.
Yeah.
Something is happening there.
You
What
know,
is
I have,
happening there? I have to know. Are they just are they doing like weekly discussions? Are they doing like what are they doing there? This is just crazy stuff.
I
Wait,
have a
where?
manga.
Or maybe he's just hiring
it's
these kind
on
of people.
It's
Oh.
serving as the stand for my camera, so it's going to shake a little bit. But I have this manga. It's Portuguese because it's published in Portuguese. But apparently, this is like from Tokushige Kawakatsu, which was also an assistant for Fujimoto, but this one didn't get popular.
Oh.
Interesting. There's been
Yeah.
a few things. There's been a few things from his studio coming out of his assistants that I've just been here and there. The famous Boys Love one shot, infamous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one, of course, made waves. But yeah, he keeps pumping out new serializations. You know, he's got the sauce in there. Knows how to at least get people started. Who knows where they go from there? But such is the manga life, which is what we are leading. We will be back with more of that on the next chapter coming very soon. Every single chapter that's in the past like 5 weeks has just been like crazy. And we are gonna continue with that craziness because this change gonna happen. That's how it's fucking
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
You just
Can't wait to see more. Woo!
You just go.
I'm looking
We
forward
go again. Thank you to all my guests for coming in. Thank you for being on. It was a very interesting discussion. Lots of interesting topics brought up. We will be back again. Thank you, everyone who listened. See you next time, and goodbye.